We live in a world that is always telling us we need more, right? More stuff, more success, more everything. Today, we're going to explore a really simple, but honestly, a life changing idea: the power of enough. So let's just dive right in. You know that feeling, right? You finally hit a goal, or you buy that thing you've been wanting for ages. And for a second, it's awesome. But then, almost right away, the goalposts just move. That great feeling starts to fade, and suddenly you're already wanting the next thing. It happens to all of us. And it brings up a huge question. Why is it so ridiculously hard to just feel like we have enough? Well, this feeling, it's nothing new. It's this deep human thing we could call the hunger for more. It's that little engine inside that keeps us pushing forward, which is good. But it can also be the very thing that stops us from ever feeling genuinely happy with where we are. Okay, so if this endless hunger is the problem, what's the answer? Well, a lot of ancient wisdom points to two really powerful ideas that totally reframe how we see our lives: gratitude and contentment. I mean, this one sentence really says it all. Gratitude isn't about, pretending your life is perfect. It's more like magic, really. It takes what you already have, your health, your friends, even just a good cup of coffee, and it transforms it into this feeling of abundance. It's all about shifting your focus from what you don't have to what you do. And that gratitude, it leads you straight to contentment. The philosopher Socrates had the perfect phrase for it. He called it natural wealth. I mean, just think about that for a second. This isn't the kind of wealth you have to go out and earn. It's not about money or things. It's a kind of richness that's already inside you, waiting to be noticed. It's that quiet, happy feeling of just appreciating your life exactly as it is, right this minute. So the big question is, how do we actually find this natural wealth? Well, the answer is all about perspective. It's not about needing to change your whole life situation. It's about changing the very lens you use to look at it. This African proverb just nails it. Think about it. If you're a child being carried on someone's back, you have no idea how long or how hard the journey is. You can't appreciate getting there because you didn't feel the effort. It's so easy for us to take our blessings for granted simply because we don't always see them as blessings. We don't feel the weight, so we totally miss the value of the ride. And that's really the whole point, isn't it? Awareness is everything. The second you start actually paying attention to the road, the small things, the little kindnesses from people, all the stuff that just quietly keeps your life going, your whole reality can start to shift. Things that were basically invisible before, suddenly they become these huge sources of gratitude. Okay, here's another really powerful piece of wisdom. So toads, they're active at night, right? They're supposed to be in the cool, dark shadows. If you see a toad freaking out and jumping around in the middle of a hot, sunny day, something is very wrong. Something is chasing it. And of course, this isn't really about a toad. It's about us. It's a perfect metaphor for that inner chaos, that feeling like you're constantly being chased by your own worries and wants, and you can never, ever just be at peace. So let's bring this home. What makes you jump in broad daylight? What's your version of that? Maybe it's that compulsive need to check your phone every 2 minutes. Or, endlessly scrolling social media and comparing your life to everyone else's. Or just that nagging feeling that you should always be doing more. Just spotting those signs of your own unrest, that's the absolute first step to finding some peace. One of the biggest roadblocks to feeling content is pride. There's an African proverb that says, if you are filled with pride, you will have no room for wisdom. It's so true. Pride is that voice in your head that says, I deserve more. I'm entitled to better than this. It just shuts you down. But wisdom does the exact opposite. It opens you up so you can actually appreciate what's already right in front of you. The thing is, you can't have both at the same time. All right, so let's pull all this together and look at how it leads to a truly wealthier way to live. And I'm not talking about money here. I'm talking about a life that's rich with meaning and real satisfaction. The good news is, the path forward is actually pretty simple. It's not some big complicated thing. First, you just start by thanking for the little, as one proverb says. Start with the small stuff. Second, you have to actively let go of that pride, that voice telling you it's not enough. And then the third step kind of happens on its own. As another proverb promises, when you give thanks for a little, you end up finding a lot. Real abundance, it turns out, is just a side effect of appreciation. And honestly, this is the ultimate payoff. Think about it. So much of our constant hustle is driven by fear, right? Fear of missing out, fear of not being enough, fear that there isn't enough to go around. Gratitude is the perfect antidote to that fear. It's not just some feel-good emotion, it literally rewires your brain. It shifts you away from a mindset of fear and scarcity and into one of peace and genuine abundance. So, I want to leave you with this one question to just sit with for a while. For just a minute, forget about everything you want. Forget about what you think you need. Just take a second, look around you, and look inside yourself. What do you have right now, in this exact moment, that is already enough?